Theater arts studies is the study of humanity through the lens of theater, or through the lens of performance. We focus on developing scholar artists who are inspired by the gospel, the restored gospel of Jesus Christ. And they look at performance through the lens of history and contemporary performance ideas, and we strive to develop students who become creative innovators of the future. That's one way of thinking about it. And especially it's focused towards this idea of what is performance. And one can look at all of life through the lens of performance. Theater arts studies graduates are prepared to enter a number of different disciplines or work tracks, because what we prepare them to do is have the capacity to think and make decisions. We train them to take the responsibility for their own lives and teach them how to innovate, teach them how to advocate for the arts, and teach them how to do all that within the framework of having a testimony of the gospel. And so what does it prepare them to do? It prepares them to do a number of different things that require a bachelor's degree of any kind. And of course they can work in theater, and they can work in technology, they can work in business, they can work anywhere that requires them to have an understanding of humanity and of how to apply that to living. So yes, they can work in theater. They can teach. One of our degrees is theater education, and so they can teach. They can advocate. They can work for. They can work for any organization that requires people who can interact with other human beings in efficient, effective, and loving ways. Some of the primary skills that we develop as theater arts studies majors include the capacity to collaborate, to solve problems, to work together in teams to address major questions. And all of the major questions that we deal with have to do with performances. So they work on teams where they are designers or stage managers, they are directors, they are assistant directors, and they are producers. And so they work together to ask questions about producing performances for other people. And that can be in a number of different areas, but they go away from our degree with skills of collaboration and cooperation and working with others in communication and solving problems. A theater arts studies major is very specifically designed to educate theater makers. In other words, students who have a foundation in dramatic literature, in theater history, in performance skills, both as actors and as directors and producers. And they can enter into any entry-level job that requires them to have the skills for critical thinking and creative, innovative problem solving. I think everybody should select a theater arts studies major, and a couple of reasons. One is the way we interact with each other and learn to work with each other and learn to address problems and solve them through collaboration and innovation and creative thinking, as well as critical thinking. So become a theater arts studies major. You will definitely enjoy it, and it will challenge you and cause you and challenge you to become the very best person you can become.